Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's fragment, the guns bursting in air, had proved through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the earth of the brave?
Yeah! Let's go!
Thank you, Kari. Good job.
Let's go!
Live from Stadium Field on the campus of Darien High School, it is varsity field hockey on the DAF Media Network. Tonight, under the lights, it's the first round of the Class L state tournament between the Darien Blue Wave and the New Canaan Rams. Hi, everybody. I'm Damian Andrews. So glad you could be with us for this DAF Media broadcast of high school varsity field hockey. And joining me tonight, as she so often does, is Kari Johns. And, well, we're through the first part of the postseason. Now it gets real with state play. Darien, the 6th seed in Class L. New Canaan, the 11th seed. And how about this? One of the biggest rivalries in the state of Connecticut to kickstart the state tournament in field hockey.
Yeah, you know, it's the state tournament. It's so fun. It's tough. It's one and done. So we really have to see, you know, how it's going to go. Every team comes in completely ready, you know, they just understand that they have this one opportunity, and it's any given day. And I expect to see a great game between these two opponents who met earlier on in the season. Darien came away with a 6-0 lead and win. It was a great throw by New Canaan to get the ball into their offensive end right away. A little bit, yeah, the ball not quite going out, so Darien saving it and sending that ball out. It's a good way to start, to get in their offensive end right away for New Canaan. Emily Knight just missing a ball, and it's going back in the backfield. And now New Canaan attacking down the right side, which in field hockey, as we've discussed, is a effective way to attack. It's the opponent's non-stick and the defender's backhand stick, so it's a little difficult for the defender to get proper defense. Again, New Canaan coming down the right side attacking and sending a nice ball through the legs of Brinsley Rush on Darien. Lily Kulitz giving a clear, but getting stopped by a New Canaan player. A nice little short pass in there, and New Canaan trying to get their first offensive opportunity to get this ball inside and their scoring range. But Bridget Mahoney does a great job clearing that ball out, sends it over to her teammate. Now Shay Vandenbroek, who's had a fantastic postseason, is attacking down the left side, which she's so keen on, and she can get that ball around the left to right side of her body really well. And there's a great stop by the New Canaan player number 16, I believe, if I can see from up here. Tella Garcia is in the center of the field. She's sending the ball out wide again on the left side, and now Shea Vandenbroek again trying to attack, but just a little mistrap on the ball. There's Emily Knight from New Canaan releasing the ball nicely in the center backfield, and I think it's a great takeaway. Looked like it. Lily Kulitz finding a change of field, so you'll find both teams probably having this plan of attack as they come down. It's just changing the point of attack as they come. So you find Darien now attacking down the right side of their field, so they've transitioned the ball successfully from one side to the other.
Kelly Marks is New Canaan's head coach, and Mo Minikis is the longtime head coach of the Darien Blue Wave. These two teams met during the regular season right here at Stadium Field. And Darien came away with a shutout win, 6-0 over the Rams. And I talked to Coach Marks before this one, Kari, and she said, hopefully a little bit different outcome this time around. You have to think that she'll have her team prepared, ready to go here in state play. Shea Vandenbroek with the ball.
Yeah, she did a great job finding the foot of the opponent. She pulled that ball from the left side of her body around to the right and did a nice spin move. And generally, the defender will lift their stick up and expose their left foot. So she did a great job drawing that corner.
I want to thank everybody for watching. We had a number of viewers waiting to watch this live stream. This is a rivalry game, of course, between these two teams, Darien and New Canaan. So the first penalty corner for Darien here.
Lily Kulitz has a great insert to the top of the circle to Bridget Mahoney, who's going to just slip it left to Katie Elders, who finds Shea Vandenbroek, and a great goal by Darien.
And that is a goal by Darien's Shea Vandenbroek. She's been having a wonderful postseason as we take another look at this goal by Vandenbroek. As the Darien Blue Wave celebrating on the sideline. They are off to a good start here, 1-0, just minutes into this one. And when you're in the state tournament, in any postseason action, this is the way you want to start, and start quickly.
Yes, well, on a penalty corner, your chances of scoring, you have more offensive players up, so it's really an opportunity to create and generate a good attack, which Darien was able to do, and able to get the ball in, which is a great start for them. I believe that the players are going to now try to start, just thinking this game is 0-0 and just take every goal, every play one at a time and every goal one at a time, because as we've seen in many games, anything can happen in a moment. Here is Bridget Mahoney dribbling down the center of the field, did a great job outletting it to the right, and now Darien trying to attack down the right side again. Nice ball ahead for Molly Hellman. She's very quick. You see her get there quickly and send the ball through the defender. That was a great clear by Emily. How do we get her? What? Gata. I want to make sure I say that name right, Emily.
Emily Gata, the senior for New Canaan.
She had a nice strong clear.
Between the pipes for the Rams. By the way, the Darien girls soccer team advancing in state play today, a 1-0 win over the 2-seed Suffield. So the Blue Wave moving on now.
Yeah, they had to go into overtime, apparently.
They did.
Yeah,
they did.
Whereas field hockey overtime is sudden victory.
It's golden goal, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
They've got to. We were joking as if 90 minutes of soccer isn't enough. Then they have to play 2 more 10-minute overtime periods.
I have to ask you, it's not too bad. I know we're out in the elements, but it's rather nice. You've got your nice warm field hockey jacket on, and we are here as the ball is on the near side of the field. Possession New Canaan, and the lift.
That's a great ball. That ball has to go into space or an intended receiver, and has to. There needs to be 5 yards for the opponent to give them to receive that ball. So that was a great job lifting the ball into their offensive territory again. And New Canaan still having another opportunity attacking here down the right side. I think that might be Estelle Asker. Nice clear by Catherine Vogt. But that ball did go over, so it's going to be umpire signaling for a long hit, which will be taken at the 25-yard line.
As I mentioned moments ago, these two teams met back on October 8th here at Darien High School Stadium Field. 6-0 Blue Wave win as Vandenbroek, Kulas.
Bridget just with some great stick work on the side, but she just dribbles over the sideline.
Katie Duggan, Brinsley Rush, and Molly Hellman all scoring in that game.
good opportunity here for New Canaan. Yeah, able to draw the penalty corner there, so they're going to get their first chance offensively to get something going here.
And the inserter will be Brielle Connolly, the senior, on the far side of the field.
So I'm going to apologize to the folks at home right now. We don't have our small screen where I can see the numbers, so I'm having a hard time looking out of the field. So I notice the players again by their run since I've known them for so long, but if I miss somebody, it looks like Emily Knight's going to be the receiver at the top, which, yes, she is. She's going to slip that ball left, which is a great job. And good stop by Darien. They earn another penalty corner. The umpire signaled a penalty corner prior to that ball going in. So you heard the whistle go off before, so they'll get another opportunity.
The ball trickled over the goal line into the back of the cage, but the call was made prior to that. And here we go again, up top.
Emily Knight receiving again. That ball didn't quite come out. Now the ball has to leave the actual circle, which on this field it's gray. It's difficult to see, and then it has to just go back in. There's another penalty corner. New Canaan took that ball immediately, and again, any player needs to be 5 yards, and since the Darien player continued her defensive move and influenced the play, that's a penalty quarter immediately. So it's a great job on the players for New Canaan to draw another corner. Third in a row here. Try different, slipping right, and there is Darien Lily Coolidge to break that up. And umpire signaling a push, and ball coming out for Darien.
So it'll be Darien possession here.
So Lily Coolidge starting in the center of the field, right at the top of the D, and she outletted to the right, and now attacking down the right side is Darien. But a great stop there. Molly Helming went right into the front stick of her opponent. So it's an easy front stick tackle to make generally.
If you're Coach Kelly Marks, New Canaan's head coach, you have to be pleased with the pressure there put on the Darien defense just minutes after the Blue Wave goal to start the scoring in this one.
Yeah, we know. I know this team. A lot of these girls. That was a dangerous hit, lifted into players. Estelle Asker's fantastic. Anna Lindace, an amazing player. Emily Knight, really good. Their goalkeeper, Emily Gata. You've got Caroline Brooks, who's actually unfortunately out with an injury. But so many key players here, and so. Kelly's done a great job with him. Actually, a developmental player for the U.S. squad.
She was just down in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, just wide.
Kelly Marks was, as I was talking to her before the game, she was just down in Pennsylvania with the national team. Yeah, the
U.S. training, we train there. They have a Spooky Nook facility. It's a large facility where the USA team trains. It's quite impressive, as a matter of fact.
Down outside of Philadelphia, correct?
Well,
Lancaster area?
Lancaster, yeah. It's pretty far. It's Pennsylvania is field hockey country, so it makes sense to have it there. But yeah, we got to travel quite often when you have to play on the weekends there. That was an amazing change of fields. New Canaan took the ball from left to right, transferred the ball all the way over, and again, an effective way to change the point of attack. And New Canaan just doing a good job keeping this ball. It's a great stop by Brinsley Rush. And let's see if Shay Vanderbrook can get that ball out. Great job. Here's Bridget Mahoney. Shay getting that ball out again, hitting it. Bridget plays in the center of the field. She's off to Cornell next year to play field hockey. Very talented player, very skilled, quick, just all around.
Bridget Mahoney, what's impressive about her is that, she's battled some injuries throughout her career, and she just keeps coming back. Keeps coming back, and just loves the sport, loves to play, and that's great that she'll be playing in college.
Yeah, that reminds me of Emily Knight from behind. Yeah, so Emily Knight had come with a stick obstruction. It was a good job on her to break that play up, but coming from behind and, stopping a play was a good job on Emily. Otherwise, Bridget would have a direct line to goal. It reminds me of Sydney Schrenker a few years ago, who battled quite a few injuries and just kept coming back.
Just kept coming back. Had a chance to see her recently.
Oh, yeah, she was here.
I think you did as well.
Yes.
It's 1-0 Darien. We're just under 20 minutes left in the first half, so 10 minutes into this one. Darien in the white, moving from right to left. New Canaan in the black, moving from left to right. That ball sails wide of the far post across the end line.
Yeah, that's Annalyn Dace doing a really good job in the center of the field. She took a nice strong hit. They passed the ball back immediately. I think the difference we're seeing from the first game during regulation is that New Canaan is, they're high pressure right now. They're very quick on the ball. You can see them coming in to pressure the ball immediately to try to force a turnover, which they've done successfully a few times, and that just changes the pace of the game for them.
The winner of this one gets the winner of the Conard-Hall matchup in the first round. Hall is the 3 seed. And should Darien advance or should New Canaan advance, they would head to, if Hall advances, they would head up to West Hartford to play Hall later this week. But first things first, we are early in the first half of this one, 1-0 Darien, thanks to a Shea Vandenbroek goal. And here comes New Canaan.
Sends a nice ball through.
Catherine Bopp here. Nice pass.
Yeah, great touch out to pull that ball out away. Nice pull back around. Good save by the Darien defense. Getting the ball out, umpire signaling a corner. And just because I don't have the replay, I just couldn't see from this angle what this corner was for.
So it'll be a New Canaan penalty corner here.
Yeah, they've done a great job. This is, I believe, their 4th penalty corner.
Since that Vandenbroek goal,
yes, they've been attacking.
Has been an attacking, offensive-minded team.
Yes. So there's an insert again to Emily Knight. She slips that left, and they try a little give and go, but that pass was too hard. But great job. It just went wide of the cage. The umpire signaling for a long hit, so that'll take place at the 25. You'll see Darien defense trying to mark up their players right away. Marking up, is same pretty much in every sport. You want to, and in field hockey, you try to say ball side, goal side. We kind of identify that. Great job on New Canaan. They're moving the ball so well here and so powerful. The Katie Elder's under a lot of pressure. And again, New Canaan, great job earning that penalty corner.
So another penalty corner for the Rams. Rams are the 11 seed in this Class L state tournament. They finished the regular season 10-3, 0-1. And then they lost in the quarterfinals of the FCIAC tournament.
So that insert just way too hard, and now this is potentially very dangerous for New Canaan. Bridget Mahoney with the ball, who she's going to send just wide over, and great job. That was a goal waiting to happen. I would be surprised if they didn't capitalize on that.
And we'll take another look at that Shea Vandenbroek goal. How red hot has she been this season for Darien, this postseason, I should say. She is just off to a great start. Had a great FCIAC tournament. In one of those games, she had a hat trick.
Yeah, I think the girls may want to take a rub on that stick every once in a while. That was just a breakaway. The insert was too hard, and on the penalty corner, you have every other player who's not defensively playing, which are 4 players and the goalkeeper, back on the 50-yard line. So when that ball went too hard through, Darien potentially had 6 players on the 50-yard line just to go down and attack. So again, with a team like Darien letting that ball slip through, that's absolutely a goal. So we have New Canaan attacking again on the left side. They're just putting it in the place where the umpire is signaling them to bring it. She's asking them to bring it back towards her a little bit. Apparently not a 25-yard hit, so they place it. The ball just has to be played within playing distance from the spot of the foul. And as soon as she touches it, as long as the player's 5 yards away, they can go in and attack. As you saw Molly Hellman just go right to that ball. You're finding some more speed now. Sending that ball ahead to Molly Hellman again, and now there's another 2v1. There's Shea again, so yeah, nice job, Molly.
And that's a Blue Wave goal. Molly Hellman with a terrific shot.
That angle was very difficult. We generally, the players generally don't shoot south of the 5-yard line. It's just the angle the goalie can generally cut off. But Molly just found a sliver of space, and we say thread the needle very nicely.
I mean, that was a slap shot is what that was.
Yeah, right on the move.
And Great job by our DAF media production crew. We want to give a shout out to them, of course. Ryan Smith on camera 1, Owen Sheed, our ISO camera 2. Our director is Trey Cahill, and our instant replay operator tonight is Michael DeMeglio.
You know, I just want to give a shout out to the production crew. This game is actually being streamed as well from YouTube on the USA Field Hockey Discussion Forum, and we've gotten lots of compliment on the production crew and how well they do. It's been compared to, you know, even some collegiate production crew doing a great job. So I just want to give a shout out to them.
Thank you, Kari. We're so thrilled to hear that, and our crew does do a great job. It's a student volunteer crew, and they just do terrific work.
Emily Knight coming up with the ball in the backfield. She's on the left side for New Canaan, coming down an attack and sending the ball into the center. Looks like Olivia Stein was right there to pick that ball up for Darien. So she's going to send the ball ahead. And again, Molly Hellman with her speed. It is 2v3. Darien coming down against New Canaan. They got back quickly, so Darien ineffective on their counterattack. And New Canaan now trying to bring the ball down in their offensive end quickly. Umpire signaling for Darien's ball on the right side in. They send the ball into the center of the field, and now you have Estelle Asker, I believe, pulling that ball for New Canaan out to the right. Again, effective attack. She finds her teammate in the center. It looks like it could be Anna Ladace, who does a reverse stick pass out to the left. So they've again effectively transitioned from right to left. That swing was taken when she was under pressure and the defender was established in the space, so it was considered dangerous by the umpire, so ball coming out. Good ball. And you see Darien just find their teammate right away, and Shea just gets a great touch on that. Emily Knight from New Canaan coming up with the ball again, transitioning, trying to come around the right side, but Shea Vandenbroek right there. So it's a side in for New Canaan on the right side. And you can see how they have the almost a bowl, we call it, in the back, where they can transition this ball if they would like. There's 4 players back there, so they could potentially pass this ball back and then one more and have a nice change of fields from right to left. But it was a nice deceptive move to pull it in and then pull it back out on the right side. There's Shea Vandenbroek again. Off a New Canaan player, that'll be a side in for Darien. Shea's going to take that ball right away. I think that's going to be the key for a lot of this game, is the quickness and how fast the free hits can be taken. Here's Lindsay Olsen and sends that ball out wide on the sideline. So New Canaan attacking from the right again. That reverse hit again. And yep, it did hit a foot inside the circle. So New Canaan again with another offensive current. They've had, I'm going to say off the top of my head, this is number 6.
They've had their opportunities here early on.
Yes.
They just haven't been able to capitalize, but they have certainly played well despite the 3 goals by Darien.
So I'm getting some fun facts here, and goals from penalty corners are as much as 35% when we play at top levels of the game. So they've had, and there it goes.
And that is a New Canaan goal.
That was just a misread by the Darien defense. It actually looks like it went through 2 players at least. So New Canaan on the board. There is, can't quite see the clock for 12 minutes and 14 seconds remaining. The score is 3-1 if you're just joining us in the first half. Darien with some beautiful goals, and now New Canaan with their first answer back.
We will get the goal score on that for you as you just saw our instant replay.
So Katie Elders doing an aerial ball again, trying to get the ball in the offensive end immediately, and does a great job. But New Canaan able to gain possession and bring it down. Now they're attacking down the left side.
And it was Estelle Asker who scored
yeah.
the goal, number 1, the junior for New Canaan. And that is exactly what the Rams needed with 11:49 remaining in the first half. New Canaan down 3-1, and they have played very well offensively, and they finally get a goal on the scoreboard off of a penalty corner.
Yeah, I'm sure, you know, as a player, it feels like about time. You know, we've been knocking at the door, and when you finally get that breakthrough. Darien's possession ball on the defensive 25 for Darien, attacking down the, trying to get the ball out of the right side, and possibly soon to be attacked. That's Katie Elder. She has a powerful flick hit. She's just so strong. You'll get an opportunity to see her throughout the game. She plays right defensively. Keeps setting that ball. It's a little bit of ping pong happening on that side. It looks like there might be a
ball is over on the far side of the field. Just
right
a beautiful night here. I think even Kari Johns would agree with me on this one. Just a beautiful night to be outdoors here. The lights are on at Stadium Field. A great scene here in Darien, Connecticut, and two rivals going at it in the first round of the Class L state tournament. Damian Andrew alongside Kari Johns, and again, shout out to our DAF Media production crew. We've got Ryan Smith back in the saddle again, Owen Sheed on our ISO camera. Our director is Trey Cahill, and our instant replay operator is Michael DeMeglio. All student volunteers, and they do a terrific job with these productions.
New Canaan just did a good job bringing the ball down from left to right again in their attacking, and Brinsley Rush just did such a great job getting her feet around and keeping that ball on her front stick. It was amazing defensive effort there. Darien trying to clear the ball out to the right side again as you want to try just attacking down the right. Here's Lily Kulitz transitioning the ball over to the right side of the field from the center. And Katie Elders might have an opportunity here to see her speed, but she just a nice little push pass. Nice give and go there. Great interception on the left side for New Canaan. And I apologize, you can't see the number of the player there. And a good hit in. That's stopped at the top of the circle by Lily Kulitz, who does an effective job clearing the ball out. And New Canaan again, starting on the left side attack. They are in their offensive 25. Sending the ball back. Emily Knight has possession, sends the ball inside to Estelle Asker, which the ball is broken up there, but it looks like Katie Duggan's in the match. It's a great ball by Brinsley Rush. She sends it up to Katie. Katie's our newfound talent from lacrosse coming into field hockey, and she's just so strong. Thank you. Hard worker. There's Katie Elders coming up with the ball, and under immediate pressure. And again, New Canaan taking that ball very quickly. You'll see both teams self-starting this ball immediately. Self-start is a rule that came back into field hockey, I want to say 6 years ago. My timeline may be off, where the player who's next to the ball could start the ball immediately. It never used to be the case. So it's really increased the speed of the game.
Both of these teams made deep runs in their respective state tournaments last year. New Canaan was playing down in Class M. They made it all the way to the Class M state finals before losing to the eventual state champ, Daniel Hand. And as you know, Kari, Hand always has a terrific program, strong program. And then Darien made it all the way to the Class L state finals, where they lost to Staples. If Darien should advance, they would not meet Staples, and Staples should advance. They would meet in the state semifinals, not the state finals, because of the way the bracket is set up.
Yeah, this bracket is
it's interesting. Darien is the 6th seed. Staples, I believe, is the 2 seed.
Yeah, the bracket, we were just taking a look at it before. It's very tough. There are, I believe, 6 FCIAC teams out of 8 in the bracket. So, yeah, you'll see 2 state championship teams facing each other potentially in the semifinals, which is tough. But there's Katie Duggan almost getting a touch on it.
Duggan almost got a stick on it. It sails over the end line, wide of the near post. But a lot of game left, a lot of tournament left. We'll see what unfolds. But it is a special time of the year for field hockey teams, soccer teams. As I mentioned earlier, the Darien girls soccer team beat the 2 seed Suffield in Suffield, upstate Connecticut, earlier today, so they are moving on now.
That's great work by Bridget Mahoney and a great tuck-back ball, but the New Canaan defense played that so well. Bridget just did a great job bringing the ball down to the end line and then tucking it back, perfect position, but it was so well read by the New Canaan defense. So New Canaan having an opportunity to clear this ball out of their defensive end. They're just coming into their offensive 50 now down the right-hand side. Ball getting right by Emily Schwartzman of Darien, and now
Campbell Connors.
Was that reverse hit again? So the reverse hit, that is a, to do or not to do in a coach's. Potentially they could use the wrong side. It could not be as powerful. We just want them to get their feet around and use the front stick if they're not as accurate with it. It's just a better, like that ball was dangerous as it lifted up into a player.
So it's a winner moves on, loser done for the season. It's the harsh reality of the state tournament.
And it's so hard because these girls all work so hard.
Yep.
And, obviously we don't, we love all of the players. And they, that's a great pass by Bridget to get her feet around. Yeah, Molly Hellman just dribbled right into the front stick of her defender. She made that really easy for the New Canaan player just to put her stick down and get that ball away. So I would expect that that's going to be something that's going to be worked on. It's just doing an elimination skill around instead of trying to go right through. But what we were saying is that, all these athletes, student athletes, some of them being scholar athletes as well, do such a great job in school and in their sport.
Well, to your point, you were talking about Bridget Mahoney going to Cornell to play field hockey.
I mean,
come on. You and I didn't go to Cornell.
No, yeah. They have such a hefty schedule, and the way they perform out here, they don't want it to end, and every one of them is worthy of every bit of playing time they get, every win, every minute on this field. You see the umpire signaling, holding her hand up to signal that there is an advantage going towards a corner, but Darien successfully got the hit off and shot towards goal, so that hand came down, and no more advantage. So
that ball rolled out of bounds. Still Darien possession here.
Yeah, she didn't carry that ball 5 yards before coming in, as we've discussed many times, is the 25-yard rule. It's got to be passed to a teammate. Every player needs to be 5 yards away. That's a great deception ball by Emily Knight. She had brought the ball in, and then a good cutback there by number 11. Who do we have there?
Brielle Connolly.
Brielle Connolly. Great job for her to cut back for that ball. So a senior.
Celia Sokolowski checking in for the New Canaan Rams.
It's a great little touch there.
Number 6.
New Canaan trying to attack down the left side, and that ball was taken away by Katie Eldridge, but then just repossessed by New Canaan again.
Kari, let me ask you your impressions of this one so far. I mean, Darien gets out to the quick 3-0 lead. New Canaan is finally able to answer off of a penalty corner, or on a penalty corner, I should say. And here we are with 3:42 remaining in the first half, 3-1 Darien.
Field hockey, for me, obviously, Damien, I love this game.
Yeah, I've never met someone more passionate than you about it, and I've told you that many times, both on our live streams and off air.
So I enjoy watching so much, but field hockey is such a unique game where just a bounce on the field, just a touch on the ball, it could change the entire outcome of the game. And so here we are 3-1, but that there's a lot of hockey to be played. Anything can change here. Both of these teams are fast on the ball, moving the ball well, connecting with each other as far as I can tell. So this is a great match. Again, wouldn't expect anything less in a state. This isn't even quarterfinals.
It's not even quarterfinals.
And
it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
6th seed and the 6th-seeded Blue Wave and the 11th-seeded New Canaan Rams, coached by second-year head coach Kelly Marks, who we have said before started her college career playing at Old Dominion and then finished up and played at UAlbany up in upstate New York.
Oh, for Phil, great coach. I have some really good program there. Girls really enjoy playing for him. And New Canaan again with the ball inside, just below the.
And that shot is wide of the far post. So again, Darien and the home whites tonight, moving from right to left on your screen. New Canaan in the black with the red numbers, moving from left to right.
If you're just joining us, we have 2 minutes remaining in the first half. The score is 3-1. Darien up with some beautiful goals, and New Canaan also with an amazing goal on a penalty corner. It's been a fantastic match. Don't go anywhere when we break for halftime. You want to come back and see the end of this one.
Yeah, no, absolutely. This is, like you said, a lot of field hockey remaining and a lot at stake here. A state tournament, Class L.
There's Emily Knight sending that ball over to the left side from the backfield. Molly Hellman putting some great pressure on it. And that's a turnover. So Darien's going to go. Molly's going to take that ball right away. There's 3 defensive players back for New Canaan, so it may have been a better idea for Molly to slow that ball down. It was a 2v3 and wait for some of her teammates to come along. But Molly, as we've talked about, has 2 speeds.
Yeah, fast and faster. Yeah, absolutely. No question.
So she was in faster mode there.
Yeah, she has some wheels. No doubt about that. Both of these teams, Kari, too, playing maybe some of their best field hockey of the season late in the season.
Yes.
You know, New Canaan ended the regular season very strong despite bowing out in the quarterfinals of the FCIAC tournament, 1-0 to Greenwich. And Darien just won the FCIAC tournament with 3 straight wins over some really talented teams.
Emily Knight making a great run for that ball. She actually beat Molly Hellman there. So Emily Knight with some great speed as well. Yeah, you know, we just learned that Greenwich lost to Amity. They had to play on grass for their
for the game. And
yeah.
that's as you know, I don't have to tell you, that's a tough transition to make. You know, Greenwich plays on turf just like these 2 programs, and to make that transition to playing on grass, it's very similar in many ways to soccer.
Yes.
You know, there are teams that play. Staples comes to mind. They play on grass.
Yeah.
Field hockey plays on turf, but soccer plays on grass, and a lot of other teams play on turf.
Nice. Yeah, nice moves there. It's hard for field hockey. That ball gets lost right in the grass. So you know, essentially, it's better played on AstroTurf, which is.
Yeah, you made that comparison last broadcast. We were talking about AstroTurf and this field turf, but. It is halftime, and it is a 3-1 Darien Blue Wave lead in the first round of the Class L state tournament. We will take a break, and we will be back with second half action here on the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation.
If you live in Darien, most likely you've benefited from the Darien Foundation. Since our founding in 1998, we've provided more than $4 million in grants to the Darien Emergency Services, public schools, and community organizations.
My husband and I are so happy to be raising our 4 young children in Darien. Over the years, I have admired the projects that the Darien Foundation has supported, and I'm excited to be a member of the board helping to further support the Foundation's mission. Kids' eyes light up when they talk about learning and eating in the edible garden at Tokenique School. It certainly gives us peace of mind to know that if and when the next storm hits town, the Darien Library will always have power thanks to the Darien Foundation providing a generator.
This past year, the Darien Foundation has awarded $420,000 in grants to enhance our community. After years of being the only high school stadium in Fairfield County without lighting, Friday Night Lights came to Darien last fall. The Darien Lights Brigade led the charge, working with neighbors and town officials. The Darien Foundation came in with a grant to meet the crucial funding deadline. Now field hockey, football, soccer, and lacrosse players can play under the stadium lights. A team of high school students offer interactive STEM workshops alive with experiments in robotics, chemistry, and engineering to elementary school kids in Darien. The week-long summer camp and monthly Sunday programs have provided over 1,200 hours of hands-on learning to hundreds of grade school students. Built in 1778, the historic Mather Homestead was a safe house for locals to hide valuables and ammunition from the British Army. Owned by one family for over 2 centuries, the home was gifted to the Mather Foundation last year. Visitors can truly experience 18th century life via the original furnishings, family heirlooms, architectural details, and antique fireplaces. DAF Media puts high school students behind the cameras to live stream youth athletic games and community events. Some 30 student volunteers rotate to produce several live broadcasts each week, overseen by veteran TV anchor Damian Andrew. DAF Media leverages cutting-edge computer and camera technology to offer a fun and collaborative STEM learning experience. Parents and fans can watch games anywhere around the world. Darien is one of only a handful of towns in the United States to have a dedicated Boy Scout campground and cabin. Over 300 boys participate in 2 troops and 4 Cub Scout packs, and that number keeps growing. This June, ground will break on a new cabin and an expansion to the campground property.
Many of the grants we've given out have helped close capital funding gaps at several of our local nonprofit organizations. You can drive all over town and see projects that we've underwritten or supported, from the expansive renovations at the YMCA to the playground by the Sound and flagpole at Weed Beach, to the new sound system at the Darien Arts Center, and to the special operations vehicle at Darien EMS Post 53. I'm personally grateful to see my own family reap the benefits from the grants endowed by the Darien Foundation.
For 20 years, the Darien Foundation has been investing in Darien and offering our community organizations, emergency services, and schools a local resource to help them pursue innovation and excellence. Thank you for supporting the Darien Foundation. We are building a better Darien together.
We are at the half here at Stadium Field. Going to take a look at some first half highlights. Darien up 3-1. The Blue Waves scored first on this Shea Vandenbroek goal, her first of 2 in the first half, as Darien jumped out to an early lead in this one. We're going to take another look from behind the goal camera. Just a great job by our production crew. And then Vandenbroek, she was able to score again, wide open here, and she's able to put that right in the back of the cage. Emily Gaeta, the New Canaan goalie, diving there. And that was a Molly Hellman goal. You couldn't see Molly Hellman on that behind the goal camera. And here was the New Canaan goal. Estelle Asker credited for this one. Puts it in the back of the cage. We're going to take another look at the Asker goal. And we'll be right back with live field hockey here on the DAF Media Network. We are back here on the DAF Media Network. Damian Andrew, Kari Johns joining you. Thanks for joining us. Our DAF media production crew, Owen Sheed, Ryan Smith, Trey Cahill, and Michael DeMeglio, and we are underway here in the second half. Darien in the black with the white or red numbers, I should say, and they will be moving from right to left, and New Canaan in the home whites with the blue numbers. They're moving from left to right here in this second half. Blue Wave, the 6th seed in this Class L state tournament. New Canaan, the 11th seed. This is a rematch from an October 8th matchup here at Stadium Field 1, in which the Blue Wave won 6-0. Different story in this game. Darien with a 3-1 lead, and we are just underway here in the second half. Kari Johns on a beautiful night in Darien, Connecticut.
Could be 10 degrees warmer.
I knew you would find that. I've really been stressing that. I knew you'd find fault with the weather.
So just early on in the...
Not to interrupt you, but
yes.
it could have been yesterday.
It could have been yesterday.
Which was just a unbelievably bad weather day.
We were out here practicing. I know it well.
I saw you, yep. So this will be Darien possession here.
Yeah, just the beginning of the second half. New Canaan attacked well down the left side. Here's Lulu Kulitz outletting that ball to the left side. You'll see the players shift from both teams. And... sorry, trying to see who's coming away with that ball right there. There's Shea Vandenbroek again, who's done, as we know, an amazing job this postseason. I was joking earlier, I don't know if you heard it, but I think players should get a little rub on that stick after that.
Yeah. Well, she has been on fire here in the postseason. Had a hat trick in one of the games of the CIAC tournament, and just has found a way to find the back of the cage.
So New Canaan off to a quick start again, as we imagined, and as we spoke about, that they were going to come out. They're down 3-1. This is a one-and-done tournament, and so both teams, I would imagine, again, coaching would just encourage them to come out with everything they have, knowing that it's, anything can happen on these. In these games. There's a nice move by New Canaan. Molly was going full speed ahead to try to shave that ball away. Ball sent out to Molly Hellman. She gets the ball down the right sideline, and it's last touched by New Canaan player S.L. Asker. And so Katie Elders, you'll see here with the ball. Now she has a great aerial where she can lift that ball up and over the players. Goes a good 35, 40 yards. You see that ball going back to Emily Knight on the back left defense for New Canaan. Stopped by Bridget Mahoney, sends a ball right through to Molly Hellman, who's able to stop it at the end line. And amazing, ball went out of bounds. That you could not see from this angle. It's a great call on the umpire. She's right there on that angle. Yeah, that ball just trickles over the sideline, sends it back, and that would have been Shea Vandenbroek's 5th or 6th postseason goal. Katie Elder starting with this ball again in the offensive 50 for Darien. Daphne Cutler attacking down the right side, but doesn't quite find her teammate. It's taken away by New Canaan, who's sending the ball down the center. It looks like...
Whenever I see Daphne Cutler, always has a smile on her face, and as we've talked about before, she is in charge of the pregame music out on the field, so she's always coming up to whatever press booth she finds herself at, and particularly here at home, and giving her phone to whoever, and so they can play the set list that she has arranged for the pregame warm-ups.
We were talking about how interesting their musical taste was. They were playing Queen before the before the matchup.
Well, the new movie's out, the biopic with about Queen and specifically Freddie Mercury, Bohemian Rhapsody.
They went from that and then to some pop stuff that's on the radio right now. So I don't.
Yeah.
All right, New Canaan doing a good job. You see the umpire signaling that they had.
Kari, in all seriousness here, you said it just moments ago, New Canaan, they only have the one goal to show for it, but boy, have they been aggressive on offense. It's been a different New Canaan team in this game from the first time we saw these two teams face each other.
Yeah, well, we knew when we played them the first time, and again, Darien came away with a 6-0 win. That was not indicative of the team that they have here. There's such great players here. You see Estelle Asker at the top. You see Emily Knight to the left of her. Really good players. It's a great takeaway by Bridget Mahoney. She pulls that ball over to the right side of her body and then effectively does a good job finding, she's doing some good work there in this,
That'll be New Canaan ball here. Just about 5 minutes into the second half. Same score that it was at halftime, 3-1 Blue Wave.
Molly Hellman doing a good job pushing through the defender there.
Darien coming off its 4th FCIAC championship in the last 6 seasons.
Yes.
They have really dominated that tournament in recent years and now trying to make a run here in the state tournament. I mentioned in the first half, both of these programs made deep runs in last year's state tournaments. Here comes New Canaan as they continue to attack, and a nice clear that time by Darien's Lindsay Olson, the sophomore, number 24.
Yeah, that ball was riskily sent through the center of the field, and generally when you're sending the ball from right to left, the ball should either be a flat pass or a back pass. That was kind of a diagonal, which is a very easy pickoff for the opponent coming in with their front stick. New Canaan having an opportunity to take this ball in. Again, they're outside their circle. They're going to have to meet the requirement of carrying this ball 5 yards or passing to a teammate, which
so we will have another penalty corner here for the New Canaan Rams.
So New Canaan having an opportunity here on a penalty corner. We mentioned the numbers that they increasingly grow. If you have the opportunity, as you can see, there's 8 New Canaan players lined up on the circle and only 4 Darien with the goalkeeper, so a total of 5. The ball was hit into a player. A good stop by Catherine Vogt, great job, and a scramble coming out of the cage. Umpire signaling for another penalty corner. So New Canaan having another opportunity offensively. This insert goes short to Emily Knight, who takes a direct hit off the stick of Katie Elders. Katie's so quick, she gets out there immediately, and she did a good stick-to-stick defense move. Now that came off of Katie's stick because she was able to make it, so it's going to be New Canaan ball on the side end coming in. You see Captain Bridget Mahoney trying to direct her defense, signaling her players to mark up. Again, you want to get on your player, make sure they're not able to receive the ball. It was great defense by Darien. Clearing that ball out and going over the sideline. So Emily Knight's going to start with the ball. No, she's turning it over to another player. So Emily dropping back. Again, you see this bowl in the back where they can transfer. Molly Hellman got a piece of that, and she's still continuing to fight for that ball, but Emily Knight coming from an effective position to be able to get it. So that was a great job on Emily to put her body in a good position, and she turns that ball back over but receives it back. And now New Canaan attacking down the right side. You see Emily Schwartzman stepping up, trying to find her teammate but sending that ball over the sideline.
I was able to fix our monitor at halftime,
yes,
so
now
you
we can
see you have a nice vantage point here. We've got the light on for you. We do try to accommodate Kari Johns.
I don't know. I've tried to know.
The only thing I don't have, although I do have
is
it,
a heater?
Is the heater.
Where's the heater?
I do have it's in the van, so I don't have the heater, but I have it, but I don't have it with us right here. We don't really need it though. In my opinion, we don't need it. I know you differ in that,
this
but
is the best crew in the world. This is the best crew.
Having a lot of fun here. Under the lights, Stadium Field on the campus of Darien High School, Class L State Tournament. First round field hockey matchup between Darien and New Canaan, and we've got a good one, as this one is a 3-1 lead right now for the Blue Wave.
There's good support defensively now. Halftime, there were some adjustments obviously made. Yeah, that should. So that ball's. New Canaan player had come from behind and created an obstruction, so Brinsley Rush putting that ball back for, looks like Emily Schwartzman's going to take the ball. She sends it directly in. She's outside the 25. She can do that. Hit a player just outside the circle. So the ball's going to be coming in for Darien, and again, the player needs to meet the requirement of carrying the ball 5 yards, which she's outside the 30. Umpire signaling it for that to come back.
Ball in front of the New Canaan cage, and this is going to be a penalty corner for the Darien Blue Wave.
So it had hit a foot of a New Canaan player. It's very hard when you're inside that circle. You've got to have your stick on the ground, and then if you lift to move directionally, we try to train the players to try to find the left foot. It's generally exposed when the hand comes up, so that could be a penalty corner, which it is. Lily Kulitz will insert. We have Bridget Mahoney at the top. Looks like she might be receiving. Katie Elders to the right of her. It's just a little bit of a mistrap, and this is the same opportunity that Darien had where they were able to take a breakaway and counterattack and come down and score, but you see Darien getting that ball right back immediately, so really
Katie
effective
Elders
job there. Yeah, she, again, so quick.
Steps in.
Part of the speed fest on this team. You saw Daphne Cutler get involved there, so now New Canaan with the ball on the left side. If you're just joining us, we're in the second half, 19 minutes and 41 seconds remaining. Darien up 3-1. All 4 goals, just really amazing on both teams. The great one time and a great look ahead. There's Bridget Mahoney with a reverse shot, and fantastic save by Emily Getz. She was prepared for that. Really
Emily
good job.
Gata with
Gata.
a great stop there, and we're going to take another look at this. Here's the reverse shot by Mahoney, and we don't really see it there, but Gata was
great save. Really ready for that.
Was up for that. Yep.
Yeah. It's, the reverse, if it's not taken quick enough, you can kind of prepare yourself. You see it coming because the ball has to travel across the left side of the body. So she was set up and ready for that, and she did a great job clearing the ball out. Umpire signaling for a penalty corner. So now it looks like Darien having their run of penalty corners as New Canaan did in the first half. New Canaan was very effective, earning some penalty corners, and was able to score on their 6th or 7th corner. And now here Darien goes with believe just their 2nd in the half, but an opportunity here. Lily Kulitz inserting to the top to Shea Vandenbroek. Shea had wide open, nobody there on her. No one rushed out, so different formation on the rush. Generally there's a flyer, maybe 2 trails and a post.
Kulitz was right there,
Yeah.
a possible deflection, but it sails across the end line. Here comes Darien back on the attack.
Yeah. Katie Elders sends the ball into Daphne Cutler. Daphne Cutler sends the ball out to Molly Hellman, but Emily Knight made a great step up, and she makes it to the ball first. That is a great hit by Emily Knight. It's a fun fact for you in field hockey again. That ball can be hit up to 60 miles an hour, so it's a wicked hit. I still have a lump from playing Argentina in July. It's on my leg, so I can attest to the fact that they come pretty hard and fast.
This is a new. We should do a segment. This is a new.
We should.
You said to me 2 broadcasts ago, I'm going to break out some fun facts, and you have not disappointed here, as I've found them all to be very interesting.
Well, I'll give you one more you might find interesting. In men's field hockey, the ball travels the fastest in men's field hockey of any sport, at 103 miles per hour.
Wow.
So sometimes when you're watching them, you definitely need this replay camera because you can't even see it live.
That's why it's a very, whether you're a field hockey goalie, an ice hockey goalie, a soccer goalie, a
Yes.
catcher in baseball,
Yes.
takes a certain personality to play those positions
Absolutely.
when that ball is coming at you that fast.
Yes, and those pads are a key component to that because even through...
Or a lacrosse goalie, that's
Yes.
another one.
New Canaan taking that ball quickly, not meeting the requirement of carrying the ball 5 yards or passing to a teammate prior to going into the circle, and that's at this stage I would call that a mental error. These teams are just so highly qualified that at this point it's really important for the girls not to make that type of mistake.
So some changes here coming up for New Canaan as 3 players on the sideline ready to check back into this game.
It's a good step up. That ball was lifted, but didn't create any danger, and so it's a nice little give and go. It's really important for players in any sport, but field hockey as well, to just kind of pre-scan and know where your teammates are prior to sending the ball out. So both teams doing a really good job. That's a great step up, and she's effectively carrying the ball from left to right, which is, just a way to move your opponent well. And again, we've mentioned that it's harder for a defender to play with their backhand if you can move that ball right to left successfully.
That was Kate Reeves, 22 for New Canaan on that play. We are approaching the midway point of the second half. No goals in this game, in this second half. There were 4 in the first half, and that is where we stand here with about 15:25 remaining in the game. 3-1 Darien. Blue Wave holding on to that 2-goal lead. They were up 3-0. New Canaan was able to score on a penalty corner. Estelle Asker.
Yeah, Estelle was the one that just hit that ball so hard. Katie Elders did get a piece of it. She's got a nice hit again. Estelle's so quick. Now that ball, had someone touched it inside the offensive circle, an offensive stick, that would have been a goal. So that's what they tried.
And it had deflected in. Yep.
Correct. We did see that happen in the Staples Darien game where it hit a defensive stick, so it's not considered a goal. So it's important that the offense gets their stick on it. We have a timeout on the field. We will take a brief timeout as we take a look at the New Canaan huddle there. We will be right back with more field hockey on the DAF Media Network. We are back here on the DAF Media Network. Damian Andrew alongside Kari Johns. So glad you could join us for this one. We've got a number of people watching this live stream of the first round of the Class L Field Hockey State Tournament. Darien and its rival New Canaan. Darien the 6th seed, New Canaan the 11th seed. Blue Wave in the white. And the Blue Wave is moving from left to right. New Canaan in the black with the red numbers. They are moving from right to left. Yeah, Molly Hellman just did a good job pulling that ball over it. Good job by Tala Garcia. Both of these teams just playing with everything they have, as we've mentioned several times. This is a one-and-done tournament, state tournament. It's a very hard bracket. A lot of the strong FCIAC teams in these brackets. You'll see some of the top teams in the state facing each other very early on, these being 2 of them. So this is it's a tough for anyone to walk away here.
I had the chance to talk to both coaches before the game, and it always seems like FCIAC teams face each other in the early rounds of these tournaments, and the conference is loaded with talented teams, talented players. And
yes. New Canaan with an opportunity for a penalty corner here again. Now they insert short to Estelle Asker, and Darien gets that ball out effectively. And a great cutback there by Shea Vanderbroek, unfortunately not able to control it. So New Canaan with an opportunity coming in. Now this
ball went off Molly Hellman's stick out of bounds, so it's New Canaan possession here.
Number 3 is doing a good job dribbling through all those players. Number 3
Katie
is
Cutler.
Katie. Yeah, good work there. Yeah, it's a hard. That's a lift up into the player. Should be
Celia Sokolowski.
Looks like that's going to be New Canaan ball coming in. Again, she's got to meet that requirement, going 5 yards. umpire signaling her where to put that ball. And now the gray circle you can see is right there, so it's difficult for this player to go 5 yards. She probably has to pull the ball back. You see her teammate coming back to help her to offer an outlet pass. She's right on the edge of the circle, so she met the requirement. Now she can bring that ball, and she lifted it up into a player that's considered dangerous. So that ball's coming out. You have Lily Kulitz and Katie Elders outletting to the right. You see Darien again with this, not quite a bowl, but they have 4 defenders so they can effectively transition the ball from either right to left or left to right. That goes to Emily Schwartzman, who's going to send the ball up the left sideline, and it hits a foot on Darien. So New Canaan with an opportunity again. If you're just joining us, there's 12 minutes, 21 seconds remaining in the second half. The score is 3-1. All 4 goals amazing.
Yeah, all 4 goals amazing. Just to recap that scoring, Shea Vandenbroek with 2 goals for Darien, Molly Hellman with the 3rd goal for the Blue Wave, and Estelle Asker with the goal for the New Canaan Rams. And these are 2 tradition-rich programs, Darien and New Canaan. We're going to have a penalty corner here for the Rams.
Yeah.
New Canaan has made 11 trips to the state finals. They were there last year, and the last time they won a state title was in 2016. They actually went back-to-back in 2015, 2016.
Yeah. Now we see New Canaan score on a penalty corner. And so we're going to see they do that same that they did. They went short and they sent it down low, and that's a goal.
And that's a goal for the New Canaan Rams. As let's take another look at this here.
That goes right underneath Tala Garcia's leg. She wasn't prepared to handle that ball, and then Catherine Vogt makes the first save, but New Canaan players right there for the rebound. So they did a great job framing the cage. You see Emily Knight right here in front. She gets a stick on it, but it was cleared by Lily Kulitz and Catherine Vogt, and then 3 New Canaan players there unmarked. So I would imagine the Darien defense, as you can see them right now, getting together and discussing that. It's a 3-2 game, 11:28 remaining, and lots of field hockey time here on the clock.
Absolutely, and things just got so interesting, and this is a much different game. You knew it would be than the 6-0 Darien win during the regular season, and I believe that goal was Celia Sokolowski, number 6. I think she had the deflection into the back of the cage.
Yeah, she's been doing great job handling the ball. There's Katie Elders stopping the ball and then effectively pulling it around to the right. Again, so quick down the side. There's Molly Hellman, who just gets right around Emily Knight. Let's see if Darien answers right here.
Number 8, Emily Knight.
That was just a very quick answer back immediately. Darien getting into their offensive end. Passing the ball back to Lily Kulitz, finding a change of field. She's transferring the ball over to the right side of the field for Katie Eldridge. She just started doing an amazing right then left pull. Tala Garcia coming to the ball, picking it up, and down to Molly Hellman, who does not unable to maintain control there. So New Canaan having the ball in there, sorry.
Not to interrupt you, Emily Knight, not Sokolowski, was credited with that goal. You heard the Darien public address announcer, Anthony Sweeney, say that, and he got that from down below. So it's Emily Knight credited with the second New Canaan goal, and now we have got ourselves quite a field hockey game in the first round of the state tournament. 3-2, Darien holding on to a 1-goal lead.
Good job again by New Canaan moving this ball from their left side to the right side. Yep, that was Darien able to pick the ball up and now send the ball quickly. Again, you're going to see these free hits taking very quickly. Here's Bridget Mahoney on the left side, seeing what she can get in there, and she so craftily just pulled the ball around there. Shea Vandenbroek with the ball, great strip and taken away. It's really good defensive work, but Bridget Mahoney comes right back with the ball and takes a reverse shot again. A great save by Emily again. That's her second reverse save from Bridget, so she's just positioned herself very smartly. Her reaction time has been fantastic, and she's been able to clear that ball out for them effectively. New Canaan again with the ball on the right side in their defensive end. Signaling for a goalie timeout. So Darien changing goalkeepers. Monisha Okula coming in for Catherine Vogt. Both juniors. Both do a great job in the goal cage. So Monisha Kula coming in the match. 9 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. In the second half, it is a 3-2 game. Darien with the lead, but just one goal. New Canaan playing so hard this match. Both teams after an advancement for the state quarterfinals.
What have you noticed here in this second half that New Canaan perhaps has done differently, and why have they had success here being able to cut the lead to 1?
Well, they were awarded several penalty corners, and you know, that's a huge advantage, as we discussed. So that's where they were able to score their goals. Both goals came off of penalty corners that were awarded by the umpires. So it's another opportunity inside. Yep, and good job by Darien defense to get there first. That ball, yeah.
And that will be another penalty corner for the Darien, or for the New Canaan Rams, rather, as they try to score the equalizer here. It's we're about 8 minutes left in the second half, and it's 3-2 Blue Wave.
Yeah, you see Katie Elders, who's a speaking captain, asking the umpire what the call may have been, because you know, it's just not understood. So there's an insert there to Emily Knight, and again, they've been effective. They're trying the same corner, sending it back down low. They scored on this corner just the last play. It's maybe not the best corner to try on again, but it did work last time. There's Tala Garcia, you see, kind of pops up and down. You saw her do that prior to. And there's a ball, girls. We just want to give a shout out to the ball personnel, sending the ball in right away. They make the games go so quickly.
Yeah, they do a great job to keep this game moving.
They really do. You know, they can get a quick start there if the ball's rolled in straight away. Shane Vanderbroek, you just saw her do an amazing job sending that ball off the left foot of the opponent. There's Bridget. Great job. Bridget has some great stick work, but she is double teamed, and New Canaan just did a good job taking that ball away. It was a great step up by Lily Kulitz, and you'll see how strong she is with her push pass. Yep, she finds Molly Hellman, and that should be Darien ball. She was screened, yeah, because she was Darien calling for a timeout with the possession ball on the side in. So with just 6 minutes and 47 seconds, Darien's going to call a timeout.
Mo Minikis wants to talk things over with her team as the Blue Wave clinging to a one-goal lead here, up 3-2 with 6:46 left. We'll be right back here on the DAF Media Network. We are back here on the DAF Media Network. Thanks so much for watching our live stream of varsity field hockey, first round of the Class L state tournament between Darien, the 6th seed, and New Canaan, the 11th seed. Shout out to our DAF Media production crew. Camera 1 is Ryan Smith. Camera 2, Owen Sheed. Our director is Trey Cahill, and our instant replay operator is Michael DeMeglio. All student volunteers, all part of the DAF Media Network, and do a terrific job. We're just about ready to restart this game here. 6:46 left, 3-2 Darien Blue Wave. The winner will move on to play the winner of the Conard Hall matchup, and Hall is the 3 seed up there in West Hartford.
So we just got word that we are being watched in the Netherlands.
Terrific. Love it. Shout out to the Netherlands,
home of
field hockey.
That's
you took
right.
the words out of my mouth. How about that? You've taught me many things. That is certainly one of them.
Katie Elders taking that ball right. Now that player played her immediately. Katie Elders outside the 25-yard line, so she could go right into the circle if she chose to, but she did a good job pulling that ball. And you see New Canaan really trying to shut that sideline down, but Molly Hellman really smart pulling the ball around. Here's Katie Elders with the ball again, and she is inside the 25-yard line. She has to make sure she meets the requirement of sending the ball to a teammate, which she does effectively. All the way over across to Brinsley Rush, who's going to send the ball down to Shea Vandenbroek, who we know is magic down in that corner. So let's see if she can create some for the Darien Blue Wave. And she gets a corner. Shea Vandenbroek just so crafty with her stick. She's tall, she has a fantastic reach. She's very smart on the play, and she can read her opponent very well.
It'll be Lily Coulis, the inserter here for the Darien Blue Wave, as they now try to capitalize on this penalty corner.
So Lily Coolitz inserting, it's a mistrap. As we talked about, just one bounce. You know, it's very difficult on this field sometimes. Katie Elders getting that ball back and sending it in. Great save again by goalkeeper, and Darien's still in possession of the ball. Another save. We're still battling at it. New Canaan still trying to clear the ball out of their end. That ball was lifted up. Yeah, but it'll be Darien ball coming in. It was last touched by a New Canaan player. Here's Darien Katie Elders attacking from the right line just below the 25. She sends the ball all the way back to Lily Coolitz, who has pressure under her. She sends the ball right back. And just a mistrap by Katie Elders. So New Canaan quickly trying to restart this ball, coming down the left sideline, and does a great job moving that ball from right to left, as we've discussed. Tala Garcia in the center of the field just missing that ball, but Brinsley Rush doing a great job there. We're seeing a much more physical and stronger, just prepared New Canaan team. It's really great to see that how well they've prepared for this match. Shea can take that ball right away, which she does, and she sends the ball to Bridget. And yeah, it's a great job on Darien to draw the corner. The New Canaan player was not the required 5 yards away and played the ball immediately, which will result in a penalty corner.
And it will be Coolins again on the insert here.
Now there's 4 minutes left, just under 4 minutes. The score is 3-2. This is feeling like the FCIAC.
It certainly
finals.
is. Yeah.
What a great match. Both of these teams are just playing their hearts out. She has all the time in the world taking a hit. Emily able to save it. Great rebound.
Emily Gaeta with a nice save there again. She has played well this second half for the New Canaan Rams, and Darien will have another penalty corner here.
So it looks like New Canaan is stopping their rush short. So the fly is not coming all the way out. Shea's at the top. She has plenty of time to take a hit, but I'm assuming that New Canaan is thinking they can stop that ball short of the goal line. Lily Coolitz taking the ball. She gets the ball to Shea Vandenbroek, who once again has plenty of time. A great save by Emily. The ball goes right to her pads. Darien really needs to try to send that ball wide and outside instead of right to her pads every time. Gaeta, yeah, she's amazing.
And Emily Gaeta, you heard the public address announcer here.
She deserves that.
She really does. What a terrific job by her in goal for New Canaan.
Not to take away from her, but the balls did go right to her pad. So I'm assuming that they're going to try to work around her now, because as she's shown, she's really doing a great job right in the center of that goal. Lily Coolitz inserting again, sending it out to Bridget Mahoney, who's going to take a nice hit, and Emily clears, but that ball is lifted. No call from the umpire.
And here comes New Canaan as Darien gets the ball right back.
Yeah, there's Brinsley Rush.
Brinsley Rush on the far side of the field. That ball rolls across the end line. It will be New Canaan possession here with just about 2:10 remaining in this game. So the last 2 minutes, expect them to be fast and furious.
Yes.
New Canaan going to be looking to attack here, and Darien has been putting the pressure on. Yeah,
now what we've seen from New Canaan is it's a big hit from the backfield, so I think Emily Knight just unfortunately mishit that ball. Darien with possession here. Now either there's a few tactics we could take this ball and just waste time on the clock, because they are or try to get that ball inside and try. And you see Bridget had 4 players around her. So with 4 players around, it generally leaves players open, but she was kind of boxed into that corner and really had nowhere to go.
So now New Canaan facing not only its opponent, Darien, but they're up against the clock here as we are about 125 remaining, as you can see in your lower right-hand corner. This one, 3-2 Darien holding on to a 1-goal lead here. This will stay with the New Canaan Rams, and this has really been a terrific state playoff game between these two.
Fantastic aerial ball. And there's Lindsay Olson to get the ball and clear it out of the sideline. Ball still in play. New Canaan takes possession of the ball. Darien trying to line up for defense. Umpiring signaling for a 25-yard hit in. So this is crucial for New Canaan to expedite this properly, which they do meet the requirements. Send the ball out wide. Hits a foot of Darien. They send that ball right in. Missed trap, but then gotten again by Emily Schwartzman, who's going to send the ball out wide. And that's a great ball by Shea Vandenbroek to get it down. Emily Knight's going to do her best to get this ball out against Bridget Mahoney. But Bridget Mahoney and Molly Hellman just right there. And here's Bridget with a breakaway to the goalkeeper and just wide of the
near post. So that would have sealed the deal for Darien. It's just wide of the near post, and now we've got under 15 seconds remaining in the game.
Yeah,
and it looks like the Darien Blue Wave will do what you have to do at this time of the year, survive and advance.
Yeah, that ball comes in. This is a great job by Bridget blocking that hit.
And that will do it as the Darien Blue Wave hold on to beat New Canaan in the first round of the Class L state tournament. Final score 3-2, and it was really an entertaining field hockey game. Great crowd from both teams, and the Blue Wave will move on to the second round of the Class L state tournament. Want to give a shout out to our DAF media production crew. On camera 1, Ryan Smith, camera 2, Owen Sheed, our director, Trey Cahill, and our instant replay coordinator, Michael DeMeglio. For Kari Johns, I am Damian Andrew. This has been a presentation of the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Once again, Darien wins 3-2. The Blue Wave advanced to the second round of the Class L state tournament. Have a great night, everybody. Take care.